begin by inviting Sanford Schools Assistant Superintendent Matt Nelson to the podium.
Thank you, Lisa. I bring greetings and best wishes to Sanford Community Adult Education's class of 2017 from the Superintendent's Office at Sanford Public Schools. It is a great occasion to celebrate continuing education. It's one of my favorite nights. Everyone here this evening has a story, and you are the lead actor in your story, you're the lead in your story, and a lot of you have overcome and encountered and done a lot of awesome, great things that you should be very proud of. You also have a lot of supporting people that have helped you get to where you are today. Everybody from your teachers to your parents, girlfriends, boyfriends, grandparents, friends, your own children that helped get you here today. So it's a great opportunity to honor that success. We wish you all the best on your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you, Matt. At this time, I'd like to call upon John Foss, our very dedicated Sanford Community Adult Education custodian, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. As he makes his way to the stage, please rise, and as you do so, we ask that everyone, with the exception of our female graduates, remain your hats.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, John. My name is Lisa Blanchett, and I'm the Academic and Vocational Coordinator at Sanford Community Adult Education. Each year at graduation, we take just a few moments to recognize the employees who have reached milestones in their years of service to Sanford Community Adult Ed. Because most of our staff is part-time, graduation is one of the few times we are all together in one place. I would like to invite SCAE Director Adam Lambert to the podium to announce the years of service and enlist the help of the Assistant Superintendent to distribute those pins.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Will the following staff members come to the stage? Denise Boulay, Craig Treadwell, Gail Burnett, and John Fox. So, first is Denise Boulay with 5 years of service. Denise teaches primarily EE math classes for us. Craig Treadwell, 5 years of service. Craig has taught computer classes and is our IT. Gail Burnett, 15 years of service. Gail teaches primarily ESOL classes, but has taught many history and writing classes for us over the years. Big John Foss, 20 years. John has been our beloved custodian.
Thank you, Alan, and congratulations to these dedicated staff members. Now we'll turn our attention to the graduates. Tonight is all about you. Since July 1st of 2016, SCAE has helped 24 people fulfill their goal of achieving a high school credential. All of those graduates could not be here tonight, but the 12 of you sitting in the front row are here to celebrate and represent the accomplishments of all. Every adult ed student does have a unique story, the story of their personal journey that brought them here tonight, and what will motivate them to continue on. But it takes a very brave soul to share that kind of story. And we have one graduate this evening who has agreed to share his personal story with us. Please help me welcome to the stage SCAE's class of 2017 student speaker, Travis Holmes.
Hello everyone. I would like to say congratulations to my classmates, and I wish them the best of luck in the futures. My name is Travis Holmes. I'm from sunny Springvale. A special thanks to my family who's been there for me through the thick and thin. I'd also like to thank Ms. Curran and Mr. Spalding for helping me make this happen. And finally, I would like to thank Sanford Adult Education for being very nice and helpful to me. I have to admit I was kind of a rebel as a teenager and it affected my education. But no regrets here on what happened. I also have to say I was very comfortable in the classes that took in Sanford Adult Education, which helped me never give up on my future and to continue bettering myself and my family's future. Thank you all for coming every day.
Thank you, Travis, for sharing that story with us. At this time, I'd like to invite the following people to the stage. Christina Parks, our College and Career Counselor, Florette Bannon of the University of Maine Senior College, and also Sean Sullivan will be here to represent Sanford Springdale Rotary. Tina, please come forward with the resignation scholarships.
Because of the generosity of some friends of Sanford Adult Education, I'm able to announce this evening's scholarships. Sean Sullivan will be presenting two $500 Sanford Springdale Rotary scholarships. These scholarships can be used for not only tuition fees and books, but also other things that may be barriers to college, such as childcare and transportation. The recipients are Nicholas Carrique and Travis Holmes. Please come to the stage. Florette Bannon will be presenting two $500 scholarships from the University of Maine, York County Senior College. Those recipients are Jonathan Mildew and Kathleen Thompson. We also have one scholarship from Empire Beauty School that we present to Shanti Snow. Congratulations to all the scholarship recipients. Thank you, Rotary and Senior College.
And now it is my pleasure to welcome tonight's keynote speaker. When we began discussing who to invite to this evening's ceremony to deliver the keynote, we wanted to find someone who could tell it like it is, someone who's been where you are, someone who has had to overcome some of the same barriers that you have had to overcome. And so we reached out to our educational partners at York County Community College and asked who comes to mind as an example of perseverance and inspiration. And they said, Michael Oliver. Michael is what we define as a non-conventional student. Michael is a 1990 graduate of Old Orchard Beach High School. He is a husband, a father of two, an Army veteran, a cancer survivor, and is currently, at the age of 45, an honors student at York County Community College. So it is with great pleasure that I present to you Mr. Michael Oliver.
Non-conventional. I guess I can call it worse. So good evening. My name is Michael Oliver, and it is an honor and a privilege to be here speaking to you tonight. And as Lisa said, I had kind of a rough upbringing like many of you. At 15 years old, I was a sophomore in high school, and I had been to every high school in the Portland and South Portland area, with the exception of Catholic College, which was an all-female school at the time. So I moved out of my house at a young age, and that forced me to have a full-time job and go to school. So when I tell you I wasn't the best of students, probably like Travis here, I was a little rebellious, and I did just enough to get by. And that worked well until my senior year. I wound up in the hospital, and that's when the state caught up with me. When the state catches up to you, they don't let you continue to live on your own as a minor, so they put me in a foster home. Well, I had a plan for that. I turned 18 in about 4 months, so my plan was when I turned 18, I would go ahead and move out and get back on my own. That was my plan. The only problem with that plan is I didn't like this foster home. There were 4 boys there, all adopted. And after a couple of months, I went to the parents and I said I'd like to be adopted as well. Well, my mother likes to remind everybody that I was her most expensive adoption because of how fast it was, and I'd like to remind her we get what we paid for it. After graduating, I had a plan to go to college. I tried it, but it just wasn't for me. You have to be ready to go to college, and I wasn't. There was a conflict brewing in the Middle East, and I'm a patriot, and I felt it was my duty to go and serve. So I joined the Army. And for the next 8 years, I traveled the country and the world doing my duty. I got out of the Army, and I had a plan, once again, to go back to college. But you have to be wanting to go back to college, and you have to be ready. I just wasn't ready yet, so that plan failed as well. But I kept rolling. Instead, I traveled around the country, and I had many different jobs. Everything from being a waiter to cleaning sewers. I did not hold those 2 jobs at the same time, don't worry. Finally, in 2015, I was living in Oklahoma and working for the VA. And something happened that would change my life forever. I was diagnosed with cancer. When you hear the word cancer, everyone gets a little nervous. I've lost many family members and friends due to cancer. But I didn't let it bother me. The doctor's office called me up and they said, you have to come in, we have to do the tests, we have to do surgery. They went on for about 15 minutes telling me everything that they had to do. And when they finished, they asked me if I had any questions. And my only question was, when's the surgery? And they put the doctor on the phone, and he went through the same spiel, talked for about 10 minutes of what they had to do. My only question was, when was the surgery? And the doctor was like, are you sure you don't have any questions? Because this is normally when people start freaking out. Like, no, there's nothing I can do that will change me from having cancer, correct? He said, no. I said, all right, well, let's get it on then. So I went down there for my surgery consults, and my wife was yelling at me because she didn't tell me to get checked out for over a year, and of course I'm a man, so I didn't listen to my wife. So we left Oklahoma City and we're driving back to to where we lived, and I didn't have the radio on because I was still busy getting an earful from my wife. And drove right smack into a tornado. And you ask, how the heck can you drive into a tornado? Well, for me to burn at 7 miles an hour was how I did it. And as soon as we hit the tornado, I hit the brakes, which caused my wife to say some things to me that I can't share in public. And I tried to turn the car around, but it didn't work. I was in it. Couldn't see anything. Just tossing my car around, broke both driver's side windows. I put my wife down in the center console. I just got over the top of her, and she's texting everybody saying she's gonna die, and she loves them all. And both driver's side windows got broken. They got sucked right out of the car. Now, she had just been telling me how cancer was going to kill me, and I told her there's no way in heck it was going to. So then I heard the phrase that no man ever wants to tell his wife. I said, honey, you might have been right. I might die, but cancer's going to have to wait in line, because I think this tornado's going to do it. Well, she didn't find that to be too funny. I thought it was. So she had a few more choice words that I cannot speak in public. I had my ankle surgery, and actually this week here I am 2 years clean of cancer. The last thing that happened to me was I had to have a major ankle surgery just a couple months after my cancer surgery. And at this point I decided it was time for me to get the heck out of Oklahoma and move back to Maine, where I grew up, because I've been missing it. I sent the wife and the kid up here, and the kid wasn't real happy because he had to go to school up in Maine, and the school system's up here a little better than Oklahoma. But he dealt with it. I had my ankle surgery. I moved up to Maine. I decided to take a little time off. And that was great. I was staying around the house. I was cooking. I was cleaning. We were on a camping trip up north, and we were coming back one day, and I was listening to the radio, and they were advertising jobs. And I said, honey, you think I should go back to work? She looked at me as serious as could be and said, if you don't go back to work, I will smother you in your sleep. Apparently cooking and cleaning was okay, but once I started baking, that was the last straw. Apparently you can only eat so much banana bread. So yeah, so I had to go back to work. I was about to work maybe 2 months, and I decided, you know what, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to go back to school. And of course, she had heard that a few times, so she just shook her head, and that was serious this time. So I looked into it, and I decided I'm going to go to York County Community College. That seems a good fit for me. It's fairly close. So I decided to go back to school. And I told you those first couple stories so I can explain to you how scared I was to go back to college. Cancer scared me a little bit. The tornado scared me a lot. But walking back through those doors to go back into college after having a few years off, we'll say, it was scary. I knew all you kids were way smarter than me. You knew computers. I wasn't a great student, like I said, in high school, so I was really scared to go back to school. To give you an idea, I was 2 weeks into school. We had a librarian come to the classroom to teach us how to do citations. Didn't know what a citation was really, but she's up there and she's clicking and dragging, and she's dragging and clicking, and everything's coming off the line. I might look like I was a little confused because she looked at me and said, "You look confused." And I said, I don't want to date myself, but we didn't have the internet when I was in school. Just to give you guys an idea how old I am. And, but I persevered because I had a plan. And I wanted to stick to my plan. I wanted to keep going. And my plan was to keep my head down and be nice and quiet, skate through school, get decent grades, don't get involved with anybody, don't make any friends. That was my plan. I went to a student senate meeting the following week, then a month later, I was recommended to run for student senate president against a kid that was younger than my youngest kid. Somehow, I won and became the student senate president. Then, I got nominated to join the college council. Had no clue what that was. I joined the volleyball club. I got involved in everything I could get involved with, even though my plan was to keep my head down and just coast. So plans, they change. Somehow I made the dean's list. I didn't know what a dean's list was. I had no clue. I'd never been an honor roll student. I barely did. When I got the dean in high school, I was like, yeah, I passed. So now that I've rambled on, taking up enough of your time, I know you want to get home and celebrate, and you guys are graduating, and that's awesome. So in closing, I'd just like to say that in life you have plans, but those plans change, and you have to be willing to change with them. And as long as you keep pushing forward and you keep putting one foot in front of the other one, and you never give up, then you can never fail. You only fail when you give up. And again, it has been an honor and a privilege to share my stories with you folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael, for sharing your personal journey to inspire our graduates. At this time, I'd like to invite the following people to the stage. Christina Parks, our Maine College Transitions Coordinator, and Jean McDonald Johnson, our Family Literacy Coordinator. Christina Parks has been with Sanford Community Adult Ed since 1998. She teaches a wide variety of classes, from math and English to science and employment skills. In addition, she tutors students one-on-one and in small groups. She's our on-staff college and career counselor and is the coordinator of our Maine College Transitions program. Tina, would you please come forward to tell us about this program and this year's Maine College Transitions graduate?
Good evening again. This time it's my privilege to talk about the Maine College Transition Program at Sanford Adult Ed. This program is open to any high school graduate of any age or someone who has a GED or high set. Also, people who are working on this right now. Remember, you're never too old to continue your education. Lifelong learning is encouraged and cultivated in the College Transitions Program. A college degree can enable you to earn up to $1 million more in your lifetime. In our program, we have a variety of classes to get you where you need to be into college. We also provide support for choosing a career, choosing a college, applying for financial aid, and applying to college. Students who pass the math, English, computer requirements that they need, as well as life skills classes, graduate from the program and enter your county community college or another college eligible for credit-bearing courses. So to our 2017 graduates and anyone else in the community who is thinking about college, please consider our Maine College Transitions Program. Our graduate for this year is Anthony Sprague. I don't believe he's here. If he is, come up. I just want to mention that in addition to his certificate of graduation, he'll be receiving a $500 scholarship also. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina, and we do congratulate Anthony. He's quite a hard worker. He has, in addition to taking all of the classes, he has maintained at least 2 jobs the entire time he was completing his college transition and taking some early college classes as well. So we do wish him well. Jeannie McDonald Johnson has been with Sanford Community Adult Ed for 3 years, and in that short time, she has had an amazing impact on the staff and the students. She is teaching a variety of classes like math, reading, and music, but I'm sure she will say that her passion lies with her coordination of our Family Literacy Program. Jeannie, please come forward to tell us about this program.
Good evening, everybody. The Family Literacy Program supports SCAE students who are parents as they continue their education and prepare their children for success in school. We also offer the support to non-SCAE students who need help to prepare their children. Some of the supports we provide are parenting support, child care, 2-generation learning, and literacy materials. I am delighted to announce that starting with the fall semester, Family Literacy will be offered as an elective credit class for SCAE students completing their high school diploma. I'd like to take this moment to invite any of our past, present, or future students who are parents to join us in the fall for this new addition to our program. We recognize parenting while completing your education is sometimes difficult, and our family literacy program is designed to support students through that process. Thank you so much, and congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Jeannie. As Jeannie and Tina make their way back to their seats, I want to say a few words about some of the other Stanford Community Adult Ed programs. I've been around Stanford Community Adult Ed for a very long time. Actually, I started in 1983, BC, before cell phones, also before computers, actually. Many things have changed over those years, but many things have stayed the same. The things that have changed have done so in a manner that has allowed us to better serve our students and meet the needs of the changing community. The things that have not changed are the areas of commitment to the community of Sanford, Springdale, and the surrounding towns. You just heard about the College Transitions Program, the Family Literacy Program. Well, we also offer enrichment programs, adult basic education, English for speakers of other languages. Our high school diploma and high-set recipients will be coming forward in a few minutes, and we also have employment skills classes. Our enrichment program focuses on classes ranging from weaving baskets to welding and sewing to small engine repair. Our ESOL program continues to serve our newest residents of the area with basic language skills. As mentioned earlier this evening, we have helped 24 students complete their requirements to earn their high school diploma, and this increases their potential annual earnings by $8,000 to $10,000 a year and prepares them for college, which could lead to unlimited earning potential. Our employment skills program is continuing to change with the employment needs of this community and with a stronger focus on the healthcare options like CNA, CRNA, behavioral health professional, and direct support professional. We keep all of these programs in mind when we think of adult education, so please know that we are here for you beyond your high school credential. Now, as we get closer to the main event, it's my privilege to welcome our director, Alan Lambert, to the podium to address the class of 2017. One of the keys to the success of our program is its leadership. Over the past 34 years, I have worked with 4 adult ed directors. They have all been exceptional leaders and caretakers of the program, and the current director is no exception. He is dedicated to the success of each student in the program. Please welcome Alan Lambert.
Well, we're almost there. Hang on. Dear graduates and families, SCAE staff, and distinguished guests, welcome to the Sanford Community Adult Education Graduation Center. I want to thank all the graduates for all their hard work to make this day possible. I also want to thank the staff, the SCAE staff, faculty, the administrative support staff, for their efforts and support to help make this day possible for all the students here tonight. I also want to extend, he's not here this evening, but I want to extend a personal thank you to David D'Adarius, Superintendent of Sanford Schools. For the time that I've been here, David has been a strong supporter of Sanford Adult Education and all of our programs. He has always recognized the quality of the work we do and the educational and economic value we provide Sanford and its citizens. And I know David can't be here this evening, but I think it was important to publicly recognize his support of all of our programs. Thank you, David. So I have a number of people often ask me when they ask what I do if I'm somewhere in an event, and they say, what do you do? And I say, I'm a director of adult education. And they kind of tilt their head like they don't know what that means. And often the question comes up, why do you do this work? Well, most of you here today don't know the name Edward Lindemann. Lindemann was, quite frankly, one of the people responsible for much of what you were experiencing here this evening. He was an adult educator in the early 20th century. He was creating job training and educational programs for those in need in New York City. He wrote a book in in 1926 entitled The Meaning of Adult Education. In the preface to the first edition, he wrote these words, and I quote, "You don't change until you do something. You don't change by listening. You don't change by talking. You actually change when something happens to your muscles, when you step or move in a new way. Then the change really becomes significant," end quote. So dear graduates, today you changed when you marched into Memorial Gym to celebrate your graduation. And you will change even more when you step across the stage in a few minutes to receive your diplomas. You see, it's in your actions that change is truly possible. It's not a theory, it's not an idea, it's not even a wish. It is the action that we take that makes it possible. It is the hope of Sanford Community Adult Education, the teachers and the staff, that you now take this profound event in your lives and work with others to make the necessary changes in their lives as well. On behalf of Sanford Adult Education and the Sanford School Department, I congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishment and we wish you continued success. Thank you. Now it's time to switch gears and recognize an individual adult education student. The staff at SCAE is given the opportunity to nominate a student for the Outstanding Student Award. The criteria are as follows: demonstrates self-motivation, strong work ethic and perseverance, has potential for future achievement and shows academic promise, has overcome difficult circumstances to pursue their education, has discovered education can help them reach their goals, is supportive of others returning to school, and is a role model for other adult learners. So this year's outstanding student and recipient of a $500 Sanford Community Adult Education Scholarship is Dakota Emerson.
Congratulations, Dakota. Next, we're honored to have Mr. John Rue, the chairperson of the Sanford School Committee, with us. And he would like to bring you a word of greeting from the school committee.
I guess I'm the last speaker, and with being the last speaker, as I heard earlier, you really do want to get to the diplomas, and I do not want to stand in your way. But what I'd like to say, on behalf of the school committee, I want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. We all travel different roads in our educational journey. You and your families must be so proud of your achievements tonight. Because I'm sitting up here, I'm proud for you. Getting your diploma will only open up new avenues for you. Now that you have started your journey, I encourage you all to keep education in the forefront of your lives. You never stop learning. Remember, you don't stop playing the game because you get older. You get older because you stop playing the game. Again, congratulations to each and every one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rue. And now the moment has arrived. It is time for the presentation of diplomas. Members of the school board and school department, please come to the stage, and several members of our office staff.
Jonathan Bilodeau. Nicholas John Carrique. Ambrosia Courier. Brittany Courier. Dakota Emerson. Timothy Gagnon. Travis Holmes. Adrian Marshall. Shanti Snow. Kathleen Thompson. Gabriel Warren. And Amanda Wilkins.
Invite Marshall, please stand the class of 2017. Thank you all for attending our 2017 SCAE Graduation. I want to thank Mr. Oliver, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Rue, Mrs. Bannon, Mr. Sullivan. I'd like to thank you all for joining us today, but especially I want to congratulate all of the 2017 graduates, award, scholarship, and certificate recipients. Of the 24 people who earned their credential this year, you 12 were here to represent and represented them well. Thank you. We all want to celebrate your accomplishments, and we commend you for the hard work and dedication that it took to get here. If the guests would remain seated, we will have